Don't forget to go to ashkicking.com for pound the best home health and beauty fragrance products.
Am I supposed to do it?
You can do whatever. You can say whatever's on your mind. No, you can say it again.
Okay. Hey guys, it's Kirsty Maciel, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm about to say.
Little Charles.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? Boy, you know it really looks bad when Gennady Golovkin is saying what you did was stupid and shameful when it comes to Canelo Alvarez failing this drug test, testing positive for a drug named clenbuterol, a drug that's well known in Mexico. The drug is known for increasing muscle mass while burning fat at the same time, basically retaining your muscle and increasing muscle mass while burning fat. This is the same drug that Francisco Vargas and Eric Morales and many other people, many other athletes have tested positive for in the past. And coincidentally, Eric Morales, Francisco Vargas, and Canelo Alvarez, they have all blamed it on MC, meat contamination. So when Gennady Golovkin heard the news, this is what he had to say about the situation. My first impression is athletes at this level cannot fail or show any positive because it's bad for the sport, bad for everything. Failing a test at this level either means he doesn't want to fight, has problems, or has problems with his team. This is showing your true face. They know what clenbuterol is. There's lots of precedents. Now, Abel Sanchez, Golovkin's trainer, he said he wants a thorough investigation. And if she deems it too high and there should be no fight, then we'll go along with that. But if she says it's in the line of meat contamination, we'll abide by it. Then Abel, he says, but you have to be ignorant and live under a rock to not know that this has been a problem in Mexico before. And his coach and manager, which is Chepo and Eddie Reynoso, they are butchers. They own meat markets in Mexico. End quote. Now, Tom Loeffler, he said something that really made a lot of sense. He said that Team Alvarez, they should provide evidence of when and where he purchased the contaminated meat. And once again, that makes a lot of sense. Because if Canelo is eating contaminated meat, now, once again, that makes all the sense in the world. Because if Canelo is eating contaminated meat, wouldn't you think that Canelo would want to know where it came from so he doesn't end up eating it again? You guys have to understand something. Ignorance is not a defense, okay? At the end of the day, it does not matter if it's intentional or unintentional. The only thing that matters is Canelo, he tested positive for a drug that increases muscle mass while burning fat. In other words, a performance-enhancing drug that gives you an advantage on fight night. Now, let me close out with saying this. Let's talk about the extreme hypocrisy of this situation when it comes to the Canelo Alvarez fans. And obviously, we're not talking about all of them, but we're talking about a large chunk of these Canelo fans. Now, when I first reported this news, I had a lot of Canelo Alvarez fans playing the race card, literally playing the race card. So you guys don't see all of the racist comments that these Canelo Alvarez fans post because I have my comment section filtered to where as soon as they say a racial slur, a certain racial slur, YouTube will automatically block the comment and it puts it in a folder. And that folder has over 10,000 comments of the most racist comments towards black people. Now, on some of my previous videos, I've actually showed you guys some of those comments. So going back to my point, when I originally reported this news, which was legitimate news, that Canelo failed his PED test. He tested positive for clenbuterol. This is what I reported. I had all of these racist comments by Canelo fans. You N-word this, you monkey that, etc., etc., etc. And then you had a lot of the comments by Canelo fans that weren't blocked, where you had Canelo Alvarez fans trying to imply that only a black person would think that Canelo Alvarez did something wrong. A lot of these comments, oh, you black people are just digging and looking for something. You black people have this to say and that to say. Once again, trying to make it seem like it's just black people that's reporting this news, even though it was ESPN that originally reported the story, and TMZ, by the way. But the hypocrisy hole goes much deeper than that, guys. Because if you really think about it, the news of Canelo Alvarez failing a PED test, it has nothing to do with race. But yet, Canelo fans, they injected race into the situation and tried their best to make that the focal point. But yet, here's where the hypocrisy comes in. These are always the same fans that say, why are you mentioning race? Why are you playing the race card? Why are you race baiting? Why are you crying about race? Etc., etc., etc. Now, here they go, making this all about race. Now, once again, when people are posting comments in the comment section calling black people N-words and monkeys, etc., etc., you'll notice these type of fans, they will never reply to those fans and say, hey man, why are you playing the race card? Why are you race baiting? Why are you crying? Etc., etc., etc. You guys cannot have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. I've been telling you guys on this channel since day one, the truth will always come to light. Just wait for it. You can put the truth in a jail cell, lock the truth up, throw away the key. That truth will always find a way to break free. That is facts. That is the whole truth. And just like Golovkin said about this news when it comes to Canelo, it shows your true face. The truth will always show these fans' true face. I told you guys since day one, this has always been about race, nationality, and pride. That's what boxing is all about. These fans, they tried to make it seem like only person that would report news like this or even suggest that Canelo did anything wrong are black people. But yet you have Tom Loeffler, you have Abel Sanchez, and you have, surprisingly, Gennady Golovkin, who's calling what Canelo Alvarez did shameful and stupid, and saying that he knows better. You have Tom Loeffler saying, I want you to provide evidence of when and where you went to get this CM, contaminated meat. But see, it's okay for them to say that because they're not on the coincidental list. So they're not going to get called racial slurs and all of that. But let someone on the coincidental list report the news, now it's all racial. It has nothing to do with race when a non-black person is saying it. We know what time it is at the end of the day. Because you see, these racist fans, they want to be racist without the title that comes with being racist. They want to be justifiably racist. But there's no such thing. This is the reason why, once again, these racist fans, they will tell you to stop exposing racism and then turn around and expose themselves as being a racist. You don't want to hear about racism. You're asking, can you please not mention race? Do you know if you were to say that to these fans that's calling black people N-words and monkeys, etc., do you know if you said that to them, then you would be part of the solution and not the problem? Food for thought. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.